As I begin my 4th year in office and reflect back on how extraordinary 2018 was, Avondale, Ochsner, Elmwood, the mere mention of those names prompts a smile of satisfaction. The vast majority of our decisive actions came with universal approval from a united council and administration. We managed a $645 million budget and stretched every dollar as though we spent $1 billion, getting the most out of every penny on better roads, drainage, our sewage system, parks, playgrounds, libraries, beautification, and much more. Jefferson Parish is a diverse and peaceful community. How fitting for a parish named after the man who wrote, "We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal." Thomas Jefferson, our parish's namesake, was inaugurated as our nation's 3rd president at noon on March the 4th, 1801, in the Senate chamber of the Capitol. Jefferson was clearly an architect for liberty and protection of every man's rights. But like every elected leader, he was challenged by those with opposing views. He left us the words from his book of wisdom that should remind each of us how we should govern. Jefferson said, "I have never considered a difference of opinion in government as a cause for withdrawing from a friend." Think about those words. That's how we govern in Jefferson. This council and this administration have, from time to time, disagreed. But we have never been so disagreeable with each other to make it personal. I consider each member of this council a friend who is every bit as passionate as I am to see our parish rise to its highest potential. Because we govern that way, we find success. And 2018 was proof. Here are just a few achievements of Jefferson Parish government in 2018.
When each day dawns, 3,750 employees take on assignments to make living and working in Jefferson Parish simpler, safer, stronger. Jefferson is a parish moving confidently in a forward direction. Under the leadership of Parish President Mike Yenny, this administration has boldly energized government to respond on any given day to the needs of 434,000 residents, 200,000 workers, and more than 25,000 travelers. Jefferson Parish is a thriving, vibrant community with rising property values, declining crime levels, and steady job growth. Surrounded by water, Jefferson Parish has had its fair share of run-ins with heavy rains and major storms. But this government makes flood protection, drainage, and flood mitigation a top priority. For that reason, Jefferson Parish's Drainage Department cleared over 800,000 linear feet of drainage pipes. We've replaced pumps at 11 pump stations and built 6 new pump stations. Pumping capacity at the parish line in Kenner is being increased by 25%, and we've invested over $42 million of federal grant funding to keep our homes and businesses above floodwaters. A stunning 80,453 catch basins and 340 miles of open canal space are routinely maintained by Jefferson Parish Public Works to properly manage runoff from heavy downpours. Every outdated pump station engine or pump has been identified and is now scheduled for replacement. As we protect our citizens against the rising cost of insurance, the Yenny administrative team lobbied for new floodplain mapping. We were successful in helping thousands of home and business owners lower their flood risk status. Base flood elevation was lowered for 52,000 structures, reducing insurance costs. Through our planning and investment of more than $72 million of federal and state grant funding, we will help Jefferson Parish become the state's first Class 5 community as rated by the National Flood Insurance Program for our efforts going beyond minimum floodplain management. It is our goal to rise to a classification rating that would discount flood insurance for our residents by 35%, ranking Jefferson Parish in the top 10 elite communities in America for flood mitigation. Commuters here will find smooth, well-maintained streets throughout Jefferson Parish. 3,100 miles of roads and 220 bridges are cared for daily. Our Streets Division addresses problems immediately for the safety of every driver. The Jefferson Parish Streets Department replaced over 4,000 street panels, repaired over 17,000 potholes, and paved 15 miles of roadways. Smart use of our 7/8 cent sales tax led to over 137 roadway and sewer-related projects, equaling over $436 million in infrastructure upgrades. For the first time in several administrations, An assessment of every Jefferson Parish street has been completed to determine a maintenance strategy that will prepare us for generations to come. The administration also refused to kick the can down the road on sewer repairs. 55 lift station pumps were replaced, 27,000 feet of new force mains installed, and $120 million voter-approved upgrades to Jefferson's sewer system are in the beginning phase as this administration corrects long-neglected infrastructure issues. Blight is eradicated quickly, with almost 100 blighted structures demolished under the direction of this administrative team. Recreation benefited from a renewed millage with significant upgrades to parks and playgrounds, air conditioning of all gymnasiums, and the addition of ADA-compliant upgrades. A new library now services the Harahan River Ridge neighborhoods, while 4 additional libraries were renovated, and an E-branch is now slated for completion. For the first time, all 7 fire protection districts are governed by one common agreement, ensuring better accountability and planning. 3 new hurricane-enforced fire stations came online as the parish protects its high rating in fire protection. Jefferson's economic growth and development under this administrative team is robust and rising. According to JEDCO, almost half of our businesses in Jefferson report expected growth, and nearly every company plans to keep its workforce at or above current levels. Among them is the 100-acre retail and commercial magnet Elmwood Center, which is undergoing a dramatic enhancement. Already the largest open-air shopping center in Louisiana and one of the highest-performing regional shopping centers in America, Elmwood is being repositioned as a live, work, and play community under the guidance of Lauricella Land. U.S. Foods, one of the country's largest food distributors, is tripling its Christiana facility in Marrero and adding 45 new jobs. Construction is underway at Fuji Vegetable Oil's $70 million food processing, storage, and distribution facility. 200 jobs were created by construction, and 39 high-paying jobs will be added to the plant. The council set aside funding to determine the potential of mixed-use development of Fat City. Already, 20 businesses there were awarded $50,000 grants each to transform facades and make the district more inviting to consumers. Our medical industry is thriving. East Jefferson General Hospital is rated among the top 10 in America for care by a leading health rating service. West Jefferson Medical Center, under the leadership of LCMC Health, is celebrating a culture of excellence. The administration helped negotiate a savings of $4.5 million in the final negotiations of the lease to LCMC. Over 75 years ago, Ochsner was founded by 5 local doctors with a vision to better serve patients. Today, Ochsner is the state's largest not-for-profit health care system and Louisiana's #1 private employer, anchored right here in Jefferson Parish. The growing demand for the specialty care offered at Ochsner Medical Center is driving an unprecedented expansion. Today, Ochsner is completing a $360 million investment along the Jefferson Highway corridor. That's good news for the health of our communities and also for our economy. Through this expansion, Ochsner will treat more patients, create high-paying jobs, and continue to transform an underserved state highway into a true healthcare corridor. The Yenny administration's relentless lobbying paid off for state funding of flyovers to ease traffic at the new Louis Armstrong International Airport. The state reserved grant anticipation revenue vehicle bonds, known as Garvey bonds, to fund $90 million flyover ramps from I-10 at Loyola to make the airport commute easy while reducing airport-related traffic in Kenner neighborhoods. In October, news came that has been awaited since 2014, the sale of Avondale Shipyard. The parish president's Port of New Orleans task force, the administration's agreement to critical owner-directed requests, the collaboration between the Port of New Orleans leadership and parish officials, all resulted in the joint venture purchase of Avondale. With 8,000 feet of deep-water riverfront access and connection to 6 Class I railroads, the newly acquired 254-acre Avondale Marine will become a world-class global logistics hub of manufacturing, fabrication, and distribution facilities that maximize job growth and investment in Jefferson. We are eager and proud to welcome T. Parker Host and Hilco Redevelopment Partners to our parish as they open the new Avondale Marine. Tourism is on the rise in Jefferson Parish. Today, 72 hotels and just over 8,400 hotel rooms make Jefferson a hospitality powerhouse in the region. The efforts by our Jefferson Convention and Visitors Bureau led to $1.9 billion in tourism spending in our parish, placing Jefferson second in the state for visitor spending. Our hospitality industry now employs over 26,000 people. Because of tourism, our parish has over $89 million in tax receipts from our guests. When it comes to managing taxpayer dollars, the Jefferson Parish Administrative Team has earned top honors. The Jefferson Parish Finance Department has been the recipient of the Government Finance Officers Association's Distinguished Budget Presentation Award, the Certificate of Achievement for Excellence in Financial Reporting, and the Outstanding Achievement in Popular Annual Financial Reporting for each year of the Yenny administration. Smart management of money has led to a healthy 15% reserve fund, which helps the parish maintain its stellar AA bond rating. And for the first time in Jefferson Parish history, external audits declared that every aspect of Jefferson Parish's money management follows the highest standards and is compliant with best practices. That led to voter confidence and renewal of millages for road improvements, sewer upgrades, libraries, transit, drainage design and construction, animal shelter refurbishing, and juvenile services. It also led to the parish's $645 million budget being unanimously approved by the Jefferson Parish Council. With successes mounting at every level, the state of Jefferson Parish is stable, strong, and sensibly poised for its continued rise.
What a year it has been. The Council unanimously adopted our 2019 budget, praising our Finance Director Tim Palmatier and our Budget Director Victor LaRocca. Again, we are reaching higher in almost every division and department. Steady, strong, and sensibly poised to rise. That describes Jefferson. We are not only a parish of significant success and achievement, but we have become a powerful leader towards shaping the future of this region. As both Mayor of Kenner and President of Jefferson Parish, I have enjoyed serving as a member of the Regional Planning Commission. I was fortunate enough to serve as chairman of the RPC for a term, and that allowed me to take a greater leadership role in directing all Southeast Louisiana parishes toward achieving some critical common goals. But one of the greatest advantages of serving as chairman came during the RPC budgeting of major projects. It was my service on the RPC that led to the close collaboration between New Orleans and Jefferson Parish on charting a path for a new terminal. And my participation on the RPC led to the group's funding of $43 million in new projects for Jefferson. I am thankful to the RPC for its efforts and strong support of Jefferson Parish. I would be remiss if I did not thank an outstanding professional administrative team who supports me each day. As well, I would like to thank the nearly 3,800 dedicated men and women who work daily for the good of our parish. I would be just as remiss if I did not thank the members of the Jefferson Parish Council. Together, we are making great strides. I have been blessed to have a professional and dedicated team of top administrators, among them having been my Chief Operating Officer, Keith Conley, and my Deputy Chief Operating Officer, Natalie Newton. Both were instrumental to our accomplishments in Jefferson Parish, and both completed their service to Jefferson Parish at the end of 2018. We owe both Keith and Natalie our thanks and appreciation, and I personally wish them both terrific success in their new ventures. I am pleased to announce that I have retained the services of two outstanding administrators who will help me achieve goals in 2019. My new Chief Operating Officer will be Walter Brooks, former Executive Director of the Regional Planning Commission. Walter served with the Commission from 1976 until retiring this past September, and is credited with much of the region's rebuilding efforts following Hurricane Katrina. Walter Brooks is an accomplished, highly respected administrator with the experience to launch major vision projects for Jefferson Parish. I worked with Walter when I was chairman of the RPC, and I already know that we have similar goals for Jefferson. As RPC Executive Director, Walter oversaw planning for Jefferson, Orleans, Plaquemine, St. Bernard, St. Charles, St. John, St. Tammany, and Tangipahoa parishes. He presided over a 54-member board of local elected officials and citizen members who were appointed to manage regional issues. He brings a very unique set of skills to this position, and he will clearly be an asset to the parish. As far as my Deputy Chief Operating Officer, I was fortunate to rely on great bench strength as I promoted Michelle Morell to Deputy Chief Operating Officer. Michelle was our Deputy Parish Attorney in Jefferson. She served as a Jefferson Parish Assistant District Attorney for over 16 years, managed her own law firm, taught domestic law to deputies, taught French to middle school and high school students, and even served as a judge in Louisiana's 29th Judicial District. Michelle knows the inner workings of government. She knows how to manage tough negotiations, and she brings us a forward-looking mindset to accompany her brilliant resume. There is no doubt in my mind that both Walter and Michelle will help us achieve major initiatives in 2019. This parish, region, and state are watching for our next inspiring actions. It is a privilege to serve as your president. May God bless each of you and this great parish.